Why are employees turning their resignations into power moves? Discover the shocking rise of revenge quitting and how it's flipping the script on workplace dynamics. The Great Goodbye: Why employees are making their exits hurt. Imagine this. A resignation letter lands on a manager's desk. But instead of the usual polite farewells, it's a scathing critique of company culture, strategically timed to disrupt a critical project. This isn't just another departure, it's an act of revenge quitting, a growing phenomenon that's shaking up workplace dynamics and sounding alarms in boardrooms everywhere. Unlike the impulsive rage quit or the passive quite quit, revenge quitting is deliberate and calculated. Think of it as the corporate equivalent of a protest, where the timing and manner of departure are carefully designed to make an impact. In today's world, where employees feel increasingly empowered to air their grievances publicly, this trend is becoming alarmingly common. What fuels revenge quitting? When employees are excluded from decision-making processes, or when organizational changes are poorly communicated, they feel alienated, explains Pradyumna Pandey, a senior HR leader. This alienation is often exacerbated by a lack of effective grievance handling mechanisms, leaving employees feeling unheard and undervalued. Over time, these frustrations can build into a calculated decision to leave in a way that makes a statement. One subtle driver of this trend is what HR professionals call stealth sackings. This involves gradually eroding an employee's responsibilities, making their position untenable, and effectively pushing them toward the door. In response, employees are employing their own counter-strategy, planned, high-impact departures designed to catch employers off guard. A new era of employee power. This shift reflects a broader transformation in workplace dynamics. Armed with tools like LinkedIn and Glassdoor, disgruntled employees now have platforms to amplify their grievances. A resignation that might once have been confined to office gossip can now reverberate across industry networks, causing reputational damage that far outlasts the immediate disruption. The triggers for revenge quitting are as varied as they are telling. Burnout, particularly in high-pressure industries, is a significant factor. Burnout has become increasingly common, notes Nihar Ghosh, another senior HR leader. Public resignations that go viral on social media can severely damage an organization's reputation, making it harder to attract and retain top talent. But burnout is just the tip of the iceberg. Poor leadership, unclear career progression, and a perceived disregard for employee well-being all play a role. These issues, when left unaddressed, create the perfect storm for dramatic exits. Generational shifts in attitudes. Generational differences are also at play. Millennials and Generation Z, who now make up a significant portion of the workforce, bring new expectations to the table. For these groups, quitting isn't just about leaving a job, it's a statement. Quitting is not merely an act of leaving. It is a statement of self-respect and agency, Ghosh explains. Unlike older generations who might have quietly endured workplace grievances, younger employees see dramatic exits as a form of protest against perceived corporate injustices. The ripple effects. The impact of revenge quitting goes far beyond the immediate disruption. High-profile exits can trigger chain reactions, exposing systemic issues that demand significant resources to resolve. Moreover, in today's interconnected world, a company's reputation directly affects its ability to attract and retain talent. A single viral resignation can tarnish an organization's image for years. Some companies are taking proactive steps to address these challenges. Progressive organizations are implementing robust grievance handling systems and transparent performance management processes. Initiatives like Pepperfry's Saksham, which focuses on comprehensive employee development, aim to resolve issues before they escalate. Regular town halls, anonymous feedback channels, and clear career progression pathways are becoming standard practices in forward-thinking workplaces. A deeper shift in the employee-employer contract. However, these measures might only address the symptoms, not the root causes. The rise of revenge quitting signals a fundamental change in the employee-employer relationship. Workers increasingly view dramatic exits as legitimate acts of corporate activism. For many, the satisfaction of exposing workplace injustices outweighs the professional risks of burning bridges. This presents a challenge for traditional management practices. Companies can no longer treat employees as replaceable resources. Instead, they must recognize them as stakeholders whose grievances warrant serious attention. The old playbook of managing departures through HR procedures and non-disclosure agreements is rapidly becoming obsolete in an age where a single LinkedIn post can undo years of brand building. The way forward. The message for organizations is clear. Ignoring employee dissatisfaction is no longer an option. In a world where talent holds unprecedented leverage and multiple platforms to voice concerns, the best defense against revenge quitting is to create an environment where employees feel valued and heard. This trend also raises broader questions about the future of workplace relations. Will companies adapt to prevent dramatic exits, or will revenge quitting become a permanent feature of corporate life? The answer will likely shape the future of work itself. For now, one thing is certain. In the war for talent, the exit interview has become a critical battleground. Smart companies are realizing that how an employee leaves can be as important as their contributions while employed. The era of quiet goodbyes is ending, giving way to exits that are anything but silent. If you found this video valuable, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, and set the bell icon to all for notifications. Feel free to leave a respectful comment. Vulgar or inappropriate comments will be blocked. See you in the next video.